Okay, good evening, guys. It is Wednesday, June 10th. Wait, we've been home for so long, does it matter? It's like June-tober 2000, whatever. But this is the Team Shine Coach Sneak Peek, and we are all very, very grateful that you are here to hear about what it is we actually do as Team Beachbody Coaches. So we're hopefully going to take like the next 45 minutes to an hour and kind of just hear from other coaches and cover certain topics and then leave it open for you to ask questions. So let me introduce myself super quick. My name is Christine Carroll, and I am the founder of this amazing team, Team Shine. So I'm going to tell you my story real quick, and I always cry just because that's what I do. So probably my whole adult life, I have suffered from severe anxiety and depression. And it was just something that was part of it. It was like a roller coaster, up and down. I'd be really good, then I would not be really good. I've been on every anxiety, antidepressant medicine you can think of. We moved a lot, so I would like stop my medication because I didn't know any better and like wonder why I was in this dark hole. So we moved to Texas, and apologize, I'm letting people in as well. And then, oh gosh, okay, so we moved to Texas, and it wasn't the move. Like, we enjoyed moving here, but all of a sudden, I had like gotten at the worst I've ever been. I was just in complete fog. I was in a complete fog, and I wasn't. I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing. I'm letting people in. Okay, I was like this ghost of myself. I was not like, I was just in the house. I was doing nothing. I wasn't being a good wife. I wasn't being a good mom. I'd wait till evening, and I'd heavily self-medicate, just be mindless on social media, and I felt miserable. Like, I didn't do anything. And it was the worst I ever felt. Like, if you've been there, it's just, I don't know how to describe it, but it was bad. And just everything that was going on, my husband had finally had enough. And I woke up one morning, and there was a note on the floor. So he made sure I would walk by and like almost walk into it to the kitchen. And he left me a note, and he said that I needed to leave and I needed to go get help. So if you can imagine, we had not been there very long, so I didn't really know anybody close, and I didn't know what to do. I had a friend about 5 hours away that I went to college with, and I asked her if I could just come stay with her. And like I said, I didn't know what to do. I was devastated. I thought my life was over. I thought everything I had was lost. So to back up a little bit, 2 weeks before that happened, I was scrolling Facebook, and there was a post about, and some of you might be in one or not new to this, about an accountability group. And it talked about, hey, we're going to commit to a Beachbody program. We're going to drink Shakeology, and we're going to hold each other accountable. So my coach is on here. I knew Shake, I kind of knew, but I didn't really know. And I'm like, yeah, I know that. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. So by the grace of God, he's so good. I don't know what I packed in a suitcase for clothes, but I did Les Mills pump, which meant I had to bring my plates and my bar, like not just little weights, but my plates and my bar and my bag of Shakeology. And I took it with me. So I went down there, and I started 5 weeks of outpatient treatment where they diagnosed me bipolar. And for whatever reason, no, it was God. Like, I started to press play every single morning before I went. So I went and worked out in my friend's son's playroom, and I would press play every single day. I would drink a shake before I went, and I'd go to treatment. And I did that for 5 weeks. And I know to some of you this may seem silly, but well, I had a complete and utter transformation. Complete and utter transformation. I say I had a physical one, but it wasn't that great. I mean, yeah, I gained muscle and all that stuff and lost some weight. But my mindset, just being diagnosed, was just like this weight lifted off my shoulders. This veil was lifted, and I had confidence. Like, I was like, I don't care. Like, this is who I am. So I joke, you think being diagnosed bipolar would give you confidence? Yes, it does, and it's pretty awesome. And I fell in love with nutrition. Shakeology transformed the way I looked at food without me even knowing it. So for those that know me know I'm obsessed with it, and there is a reason. And I fell in love with something for the first time. I had found a passion, and I was almost 40 years old. And so I came home, and I was a completely different person. I had to still, to this day, I had to come home, work on my marriage, work on my family, show them that this is who I am and I'm okay. Well, I'm still not okay, but I'm stable. And to this day, I monitor my medication. I go to a psychiatrist every 3 months. If there's more that I need to do, I go more often. If I feel like I need therapy again, I call my therapist. I'm in a position now, and it's because of Beachbody that I feel like it completely and utterly transformed my life and when I needed it the most. So I came and I ran to Jamie and I said, I want to do what you do. So my coach Jamie's on here, she's awesome. And I said, I want to do what you do. And I always tease her, I'm like, you're so dang lucky, you didn't even have to ask me. I went to you. So I have not looked back. I'll be a coach full time, 8 years in October, which is insane. Like, I cannot believe it. So you guys on here, you were asked for a reason. And that means the person that invited you has a passion for what we do. And if, I'm just so excited for you to hear, because when we say it changed our life, I hope that you understand that it did. I mean, I don't know where I'd be right now without it. And it's a scary thought, but I don't look back, I look forward. So with that said, I can't find Kim. There's Kim. Okay, you guys are going to hear from this amazing woman, Kim, and she is going to share her story about how she became a coach. So Kim, it is your floor.
Alrighty, I'm Kim. I have been a coach since October of 2019, but my weight loss journey actually started a little over a year before that. So in the past almost 2 years, I have lost 130 pounds, and I'm not to where I need to be yet, but I have a really good coach and a really good team, so I know I'm going to get there. But my journey with Beachbody started last fall. I was drinking a shake that my coach, Rachel, hated, and she encouraged me to try Shakeology because I wasn't getting the nutrition that I needed. So I started with Shakeology, and I gave it a shot, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll give in. I'll try this. I'll see what it's all about. I'll give it 30 days. So after a few weeks, I realized that this was something that was really working for me, and I wanted to share it with other people. So I decided to do some co-coaching with her, just to share it with friends, just part-time, something on the side, just to get it out there. I was really, really busy at the time. I didn't have time to commit to anything more than just, a few hours a week, because before COVID-19, I was working a full-time job that I absolutely hated and stressed me out, and I was tied down to it all the time. My kids kept me busy. I was always running to medical appointments or therapy appointments or school activities or sports practice or something like that, and I was way overcommitted in my personal life. I didn't know how to say no, so I had taken on way too many things that weren't even important to me, but I did them because I was asked. And then on top of all that, I was trying to drag myself to the gym every day to get my workout in because I needed to take care of myself too. So that was all how life was before all of this stuff hit. So in March 18th, actually, I had a really bad day at work. It was stressful, just a lot of bad stuff going on. Kids were being crazy, and my husband had come home from work, and I said, I need to go for a run, because I'm one of those people that when I'm stressed, I run. So I got about a half a mile in, and I got a phone call, which no one ever calls me. So got a phone call, and I was halfway through, or half a mile into my run, and it was the CEO of my company along with my direct supervisor. And during that phone call, the first thing that struck me is they're like, I said, hang on just a minute, you guys are going to have to give me a second because I'm running and I need to catch my breath. And they were kind of laughing. They're like, what are you running for? Why would you do that? Why would you run? Because they didn't know me. They don't know me now. They knew me from years ago because I worked remote. So anyway, once I could breathe, we had a conversation, and they let me know that my position had been eliminated and I no longer had a job. I had been there almost 17 years. In fact, last week would have been the 17-year anniversary. So here I am out for run. It's raining at this point, and I'm not running anymore, but I'm out there. And my first instinct, because I was in shock, my first instinct was to call my coach, because my coach is my go-to person. She doesn't just help me with my health and fitness advice. I mean, she helps me with everything. So I talked to Rachel, and I mean, we've talked about that conversation since, but I don't remember a whole lot of it. All I really remember is her telling me this is not a bad thing. everything's going to be okay. I'm going to be right there with you, and we're going to get through this together. And we did. And the next day we sat down and we kind of came up with a plan as to what I was going to do. And she said, what I want you to do is I want you to give coaching a real try for 30 days. I want to see what you can do. She's like, treat it like your full-time job. So I was like, okay. So I took a few days just to kind of think about things because I was still in shock. I didn't really know what was going on. I had no clue what I was going to do. I made bad choices. Things were not good. But then I slowly got into it. I was doing what she asked me to do. And I just remember at some point during all of that, I just remember asking God, saying, okay, if this is what I'm supposed to be doing, I need a sign. I need you to show me that this is really what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. But I kept, in the meantime, I just kept doing what Rachel was telling me to do because I've learned that if I do what she tells me to do, things generally work out. And it was a few days later, on Mondays, there is the National Wake Up Call, which is our company business meeting. And I don't remember what the topic was that day, but I do remember afterwards, she and I were talking, and that's kind of when I had my light bulb moment. I was like, wait a minute, I'm sitting here waiting for this sign, and everything I need is right here in front of my face. Like, I have this company who's encouraging me to work on my own goals and to become a better person inside and out. I've got this team who will do anything to support me. And by sharing my story with other people, I can help others. So I really realized I didn't really need anything more than what I already had. So at that moment, I just poured my heart into it. I started inviting like crazy. I put together this awesome challenge group, probably the best one. I haven't even had one that great since, but put together the best challenge group ever. And people were doing good things that week. And I just remember Rachel always said how awesome it was when we would share positive stories about how we, lost weight or did something great. And that week people were saying, I worked out for the first time in years and I loved this, and I'm losing inches, or I lost weight, or I tried a new healthy recipe and it was really good. And all these people were saying, thank you for doing this. And it made me feel good. And it's like, wow, for the first time in a long time, I felt like I found my purpose. Like, I knew that I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. And I was making money doing it too. So, so it was a win-win. And then I decided, I'm like, okay, I really need to go all in on this. My coach owns a fitness studio. I'd always worked out with her. So I was like, okay, I've got to give this Beachbody On Demand thing a try. So I did my first program. I did 21-day fix with my accountability group. It was great. I had fun. I loved it. I got good results as well. And that week, during when all this was happening, I think I signed 5 coaches in 1 week. The next week, I promoted myself to Diamond, which had been a goal that had been given to me at the beginning of the year. And I just kind of was like, yeah, I can do that. But I didn't really mean it. But I did. And then I finally, everything just fell into place. And I knew that everything was going to be okay. And it has been so far. But I guess looking back at everything, even though I was terrified the day that I lost my job, losing that job was one of the best things that ever happened to me. One of my former coworkers actually compared it to an abusive relationship. She said, when you're in it, you don't realize it, but once you get out of it, you step back and look at it and you see how toxic it really was. And I spent almost 17 years in that toxic relationship with my former employer. And yeah, so now that I'm out of it, I'm just so much happier. By losing that job, it has allowed me to fully embrace what Beachbody stands for. It's allowed me to grow as a person, and it's allowed me to help other people. I mean, honestly, my coach and Beachbody have changed my life so much. And, no matter what you're looking for, I mean, if you're looking for a nutrition and exercise program, if you're looking for, just an accountability group or people, if you're looking for a way to make income, I encourage you to give it a chance, because there's something there for everyone, no matter what it is that you're looking for. That's my story. So I am going to pass it over to Valerie, and she's going to talk about the myths and misconceptions.
Hey guys, so good to see all of you, new faces and old friends too. So I'm going to talk about myths and misconceptions. And so the way I got started with Beachbody, I'll start with that first, is that I've got 4 kids and they're all 2 years apart, 11, 9, 7, and 5 now is my youngest. And when my 5-year-old was 8 months old, I was getting ready to go back to work. Okay. And none of my clothes fit. And I did not want to go back to work 8 months postpartum in my maternity clothes. That was just something that like mentally I was not ready to do. So I decided to reach out to my coach and ask her about 21-day fix. And I thought it was going to be this like extreme drastic program. Like I'm doing this because like I'm at my wit's end. And I thought these silly little containers, I'm going to be starving and I'm going to have to completely change the way I eat and I'm going to deprive myself. And once I started doing the program, I figured out like, hey, this is so manageable. Like, how did I ever think that? I'm not depriving myself. I love everything I'm eating. I'm enjoying these 30-minute workouts. It gives me a minute to have some me time. And I started to feel like myself again, which I'd kind of lost myself in motherhood. When you've got 4 young kids and you've always had a baby, when they're all 2 years apart, you just kind of pour into that. And I thought it was, before I started 21-day fix, I thought it was selfish to work out. I thought it was selfish to take that time away from my family. And like my husband's always been one to work out. And when he would work out, I'd kind of put him on a guilt trip. Like, why are you doing this and leaving these kids with me? And then I started to see, I'm like, oh, I need to do this. I feel so much better. And so people started kind of noticing the changes in me. They'd noticed that I lost weight. They noticed that I was feeling better. And they asked me about, what are you doing? And I decided, goodness, I'm sorry. My puppy came in. She's a puppy. She's only 8 months old. She's that huge bark. Hang on 1 second. Guys, get her out. Get her out. Sorry, real life. I told the kids not to come in. I didn't tell the dog. So anyways, I decided I wanted to be the one to help these people. I could have referred them on to my coach, but I like to help people and I wanted to do that for them. So that's kind of where I got started. And at the time that I got started, I was just kind of starting out with my health and fitness journey. I was down maybe 15 to 20 pounds. So I wasn't that far along. And so that kind of leads me into the first myth or misconception that you have to be at your ideal weight or at a certain point on your health and fitness journey to be a Beachbody coach. And that's not true. Actually, I think a lot of the times it's an advantage not to be at your ideal weight because people get to see your journey. And that journey is honestly what inspires them. But coaches come in all shapes and sizes. If you come to an event like a Super Saturday event, like our quarterly event or our annual convention, like I'm a person that loves people watch. And you can kind of see like people look all different. Like some coaches, you can tell like they have been on this health and fitness journey a long time. Some are just getting started. A lot of us are women. You can see us sitting here today, but we also have men. We even have a team dad is what we call them on our team. But people are, inspired by everyone that is different. You don't have to be perfect. It's okay to have struggles and it's okay to embrace those struggles because honestly, that's what inspires people, right? We're not all going to be perfect, but when we have those struggles, embrace them, share them. And that's what helps people realize, hey, I don't have to be perfect. Like when I make this mistake, I can hop back on. And honestly, that helps me. And I know it helps a lot of others stay more accountable to jumping back in. Cause it's like, hey, I'm a coach. I have to do this. I'm helping people and people are watching me. So really, you just kind of have to have a love and belief in the programs and our products. And I know most of you probably do, and that's why you're here right now. The next myth or misconception is that you have to be a fitness or nutrition expert. And although some of us are, most of us are not. And most of us have no background in health or fitness or nutrition or anything like that. But we kind of just learn about what each program offers and plug people into what the right program is. We have with Beachbody, we have wonderful experts that have designed these workout programs that have designed some great products for us. So we don't have to be the expert. We just have to listen to people and trust the programs and trust the products and help people follow them, because, you know, it's hard to stay on track all the time, right? It's hard to eat right all day, every day. It's hard to work out, and people need our support. Like, that is the big thing really that sets Beachbody apart, is having that support, you know. And that's one thing that I really like about Beachbody, as opposed to, like, you know, why I didn't get involved in, you know, skincare or something like that, because I don't need someone helping me to wash my face. Like, I'm going to wash my face most nights, but I need someone helping me work out. You know, I need someone helping me to make good food choices and kind of holding me accountable. You can't do the work for them. All you can do is support, encourage, motivate, inspire. And that's what we need to do, as opposed to being, you know, health and fitness experts. And always we can tell people, refer to your doctor. And that's the appropriate response, because we aren't the experts. The next myth or misconception is that you have to have a lot of time. And, you know, as you heard me say, when I got started, I had an 8-month-old baby and then 3 other kids that were, you know, all just a couple of years apart. And I left that part out too, I think, in the beginning. I work full time as well as a school psychologist. So I didn't have a lot of time. But you don't have to have a lot of time. You just have to have kind of pockets of time. So, you know, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. You know, as you're getting started, it takes a little more time, just like any job, to kind of learn the ropes and go through the training. But you just kind of have to find those little pockets of time, and you have to be willing to do the work and to be coachable. And I think this kind of falls in line, you know, with our workouts, right? We need that trainer during our workout to push us to do the work. And like, sometimes we don't like what they tell us to do. Like, they're like, oh, you got to do burpees. And you're like, oh crap, I don't want to do burpees. But you do the burpees because you know you need to do them to get stronger, right? Same thing with working this business. You have to rely on your coach to tell you what to do. And sometimes you don't want to do it. And Christine will tell you, you know, if she tells me to do something and like, I don't want to do it, I can't hide this face. Like, she's like, I'm reading your face. You don't want to do it. But sometimes we have to do things we don't want to do. Right. And that's part of this, is being coachable, just like you are in your workout. The next one is probably one of my favorites, that you have to be an icky salesman, or, you know, that kind of people, when you're, you know, going down the aisle in the grocery store and someone sees you, they turn the other way because they're like, oh, I don't want to talk to her because she's going to try to sell that stuff to me and I don't want to hear it. And that's not the case at all. I mean, yes, we sell things, let's be honest, but what we really do is we share about what works for us in a real and authentic way. We don't push products on other people. We don't you know, share stock photos on social media or Facebook. We share us. We share our journey, just like we would share about like our favorite restaurant or our favorite hair product. We share about what we like, and we invite others to join us. We connect with other people. We talk with them. We build relationships with them and have conversations with them. And if it leads to, you know, them joining us in an accountability group, that's great. If it doesn't, you know, hey, you've got a new friend, you've got a new connection. And, you know, really though, truly, when people order something for you, that's when it gets fun. That's when the relationship truly starts, because, you know, we don't sell someone something and then leave. Like I said, we support them along the way and make sure they're getting the most out of, you know, accountability and things like that. So that's when it truly starts for us. The next myth or misconception is that you have to have a large social media following and know lots of people or be an extrovert. And again, that's not the case. A lot of us are probably introverts. And introverts are honestly really good at this because they're good at listening to people. They're good at, you know, forming those deep connections and relationships with people. You just have to be able to connect with those people that you do know and just be able to have conversations with them and listen to them. And you just have to have a willingness to kind of share yourself and your journey, what makes you you. And it doesn't have to be all health and fitness. You know, I like to share sarcastic fantastic mom stuff, or I enjoy cooking, so I share my favorite recipes. You know, some people share about their dogs because they're dog people, or cats, or whatever, because a lot of the times you're going to connect with people first about something other than health and fitness. And then, you know, as you build that relationship, you might start talking more about health and fitness. But you just have to share you and what makes you you, and, you know, share your journey along the way. And then the last one is that this is a pyramid scheme. And if you do some research about pyramid schemes, you'll find that that's not the case. A pyramid scheme, they have no products. They get paid based upon the number of recruits that they have. They never make more than the person above you or the person that recruited you. And that's not the case. We've got products. We've got some really good products, as most of you probably already know, like the best products in the industry. We don't get paid based upon our recruits. Like when we have a new coach under us, we don't make anything. We don't get anything from that necessarily. You know, if the new coach signs up, we don't get any sign up bonus or anything like that. We get paid for the work that we do, and you can absolutely make more than the person above you. We do have an organizational structure, just like any other business. You know, when you think about any business, there's kind of tiers, right? Like at the bottom level of the tier are all of the salespeople. And then above that, there's like some, you know, mid-level managers where they're doing some sales and some training and supporting the people above or below them. And, you know, it works on and on up the tiers of support. And Beachbody is the same way. You know, when we have coaches that come in under us, we help and support them and train them. We don't just, you know, sign them up and leave them hanging. And so, you know, as Abby will talk about here in a minute with how we earn, you know, we do work together as a team and get something called team cycle bonus, which makes sense because we're taking our time to help and support the coaches below us. So it makes sense that we're kind of compensated for that as well. So if there's any questions about that, I'll kind of look through the chat here in a minute as Abby's talking and answer the questions over in the chat. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Abby to talk about how we earn.
Hi, thanks, Valerie. Hi, everybody. I'm so pumped to be here and to talk to you about money, because who doesn't love money? Okay, I know that sounds a little bad, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to give you my snippet of a story. So I am actually a stay-at-home mom of 2 boys. My youngest is 7 and my oldest is 9. I've been a coach for almost 4 years. My 4-year anniversary is July 1st. I'm coming up on 4 years. And I started when my oldest was 5 and my youngest was like 2.5 or 3-ish. And I basically was doing what Christine said. I was sitting on my couch with my husband scrolling Facebook, and I saw this girl with a post, and she was sitting on her, the picture looked like this, I'm pretty sure. And she said, I haven't been in my Bible. I haven't been eating well. I haven't been doing my workouts. I've been drinking too much. I've been eating all the wrong foods, but I know what I'm going to go do tomorrow, or I know what my plan is to go moving forward. And at that point, I saw a glimmer of hope. I saw somebody who knew where she was going and knew what to go do. And what I didn't tell you is that my oldest son was born with some special needs. And it wasn't until he was 4 years old that we got the actual diagnosis. And it's something called East syndrome, which is epilepsy, ataxia, which is low muscle tone, sensory neural hearing loss, and tubulopathy, which deals with an electrolyte imbalance with his kidneys. So I knew 3 of those diagnoses, but I didn't know the kidney situation until he was 4, and he was taken by ambulance to a hospital after having a 15-minute long seizure. But thankfully, he is awesome and in great shape, and we figured it out. But from pretty much the moment that his very first seizure started, which was when he was 12 weeks old, he was my focus. And he was my sole focus until my second son came along, and then they were both my focus. And I got pushed further and further and further behind, I should say. My husband is also a police officer. So he's been an officer for 17 years in August. And through, our time together, when our oldest son was born, he had just gotten off of the street crimes unit, which thankfully put him on a normal schedule. So he was able to be more present with my son's diagnosis and all of that stuff, but he has gone through the ranks and done different schedules and different shifts. And there's a lot of stress, if you don't know, that comes with being a police officer's wife. So again, I was not the priority in anybody's situation, not even my own. So when I saw that post and I liked it and got this friend request back, we're suspect of anybody and everybody who tries to be our friend and we don't know them, straight up. And especially in Facebook land, I knew that we had 2 people in common. And so I was like, well, I kind of like those people. They go to my church. I guess I can trust this Christine person. So she instantly started having a conversation with me. We just started talking, and I don't even know where it went from there, but we set up a call the next day. And I remember driving to Indy for my son's one of 8,000 trips to Indy for therapy. And her asking me 3 really important questions. And it was, how do you feel now? How do you want to feel? And what are you willing to do to get there? And she was like, you can think about it. And I'm like, no, I feel like butt. I am tired. I'm exhausted. I'm cranky. I'm miserable. I feel yucky in my skin. What do I want to feel? I want to feel strong. I want to feel confident. I want to feel, whatever. Like, I want to know what healthy eating looks like. I want to know what it feels like to be strong and feel good in my skin again. Like, that's what I remember saying, is feeling good in my skin again. And then what was I willing to do? Well, at this point, she had already known that I'd done a Beachbody program. I made it a whole 2 weeks of a 3-week program. Swing and a miss. But I'd had a bag of Shakeology once before. This was actually my 3rd time of trying Beachbody, was when I got connected with Christine and I got into her group. And I really had a coach who supported me and encouraged me. And pretty much, she says from like day 3, she started telling me to be a coach. I don't think it was that quick, but whatever. Anyway, so it took me about 3 weeks. And then I decided to jump on board and go all in. And I had no idea what that meant. I had no idea, like Valerie said, I was busy with kids and all the stuff. And I didn't know how this was going to work. And I just trusted my coach. I trusted the process. I fell in love with everything that we do. And now, like, I'm loving looking at all of these faces in this like screen, because I'm like, babies. There's kids that are popping in. I saw her when she was pregnant. Oh my gosh, she's gotten so much bigger. Like, these are my people. And I think that people start to connect with us and they're like, oh, well, you just do health and fitness. You just do workout. Yeah, that's like this much of what we actually do. So that's my story. Here we go. Let's talk about some how we earn some money doing this thing. And I'm going to attempt to share my screen. Oh, shoot. Christine, can you help me out here? If you go to maybe participants or share your screen.
Participants, yeah.
Okay, can you go where it says, let me do it? Thank you. Appreciate it. Aren't you so glad that we figured out how to do that on our other call that we were already on? So good. Okay, hold on. I don't want to do that. I want to do chill. Sorry. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to get this moving. Okay, so 4 ways that we make money as Beachbody coaches. So I want you, and I'm going to make sure that you have your chat box up. So if you don't know where the chat box is, it's down at the bottom. I want you to pull up the chat box, and I want you to tell me, what would you do with an extra $50 per week? Would that lighten your load with groceries? Would that help with a bill? Would that help buy a box of diapers? Keep blowing it up. And as I go through these, I want you to just tell me what this would do for you. Oh, I see a pedicure. Yes, I want a pedicure. Oh, money for the baby. Yes. Help pay off debt. Date nights. Yes. A massage. Ruth. Yes, we're doing a massage. Okay. So what would you do with an extra $200 a week? Sports fees, new clothes to fit my new body. Yes, Sarah. Pay the rent, pay some bills, get some groceries. How amazing is that? Oh, orthodontist. Yes. Yes, I love this coming in. All right. What about an extra $1,000 a week? What would that extra $1,000 for you do? Daycare, vacations, travel savings account. Oh, I love it. Paying the mortgage, family vacations. Heck yes. Stay at home. Yep. I love it. This is my favorite one though. What would you do with $12,000 per week? Can you wrap your brain around oh wait, where did it go? There it is, ta-da, sorry. What would you do with a $12,000 per week? Right, can't fathom that, can't imagine. Yep, and I totally get it, y'all. I get all of these responses because that was exactly where I was when I started, and I didn't believe that it's possible, but it actually is, and let me tell you how. Okay, the first way is pretty much the most simple way, and it's with our challenge pack bonuses and commissions. So we earn anywhere from 25% up to 40% commissions on purchases of Shakeology, Body on Demand subscription, our nutrition programs, 2B Mindset, and Ultimate Portion Fix. Any of the performance line, which, by the way, if y'all have not mixed berry and lemon, do it now, and you will thank me later. Beach bars, another product that's freaking amazing. You get a commission on all of those products. The most beautiful thing about it is today is Wednesday. That means tomorrow is Thursday. And for us, it's payday. We get paid every week. It's also rank advancement day, so you get to see when you have moved your business forward. It's a pretty much awesome day. So that's the basic one as how you can earn commission. This next one might seem a little challenging, but bear with me here. Okay, it's called the Team Cycle Bonus. So as Valerie was talking, there are, I don't want to say like pyramids, but it's a binary system basically. You're at the top and you've got 2 legs down at the side. You have the ability to build this business however you want to build it, but we have been blessed as a Team Shine team, to have a very, very, very smart team dad who also happens to be Christine's husband, who will help us and help you as part of this team be able to build your team. And so how we do that is you work and get active coaches underneath you. So you have 1 coach on one leg and 1 coach on the other leg, and they have to have a minimum of 50 PV or personal volume, which just means that they have purchased something for basically $50 to be active, and you have 2 on each leg, then you have achieved the Emerald rank. It's super simple to get Emerald. In fact, those of you who sign up tonight can sign up your spouse and get your best friend on board with you. You will wake up tomorrow with your first rank advancement as an Emerald. Christina, I think, are you going to talk a little bit about what some of the benefits of being a coach? I think you are. Never mind. You'll cover this, but I'm going to touch on it too. But the company will also give you customers when you achieve the Emerald rank. And so any of those people that sign up on beachbody.com or teambeachbody.com or find an infomercial, they are not assigned to a coach. But at that point, if you are an Emerald rank and have achieved Success Club, which means that you've helped 3 people, you will receive free customers. How awesome is that? So dealing with Team Cycle Bonus, this is for those that have achieved the Emerald rank. Team volume equals each product has a certain value attached to it. And that is also connected with the amount that your team accumulates on each leg. So remember how we talked about binary system. If you have 200 team volume on one leg and 100 team volume on the other leg, so based on purchases on those coaches and their people down below them, you will cycle $14 for an Emerald coach, $16 for a Ruby coach, and $18 for a Diamond coach. Now, I know that that may not seem like a whole lot of extra money, but this is where the residual income comes into play. This is where I say you earn while you sleep. While people are purchasing their monthly shipment of Shakeology, their Beachbody Performance stacks, they're energized, their beach bars, they're signing up new friends and family, doing BOD subscriptions. All of that stuff can start accumulating over time and rolling up to you. So you earn an income on volume for the active coaches below you, as well as any of their customer purchases. Now, if you're kind of like, Abby, I don't even have a clue what you just said, please know that it takes a while to really fully understand, but that's why you have a team. That's why you have us here. That's why you have your upline, the person who's going to bring you on. That's why you have Christine. You have myself. We are here to help support you and help you understand. Plus, there's also YouTube and 8,000 other places to go look. Okay, number 3 is the matching bonus. So these are for coaches who have achieved the Ruby rank or the Diamond rank. When you have coaches below you who are earning the cycle bonus, you receive a matching bonus. So it's either 5% or 10% of what they earn. So the more that you help your coaches earn and the more you help them cycle, the more that you can earn this bonus. So if they have $90, so Shannon is one of my coaches. If Shannon earns $90 in a cycle bonus, that means that I would receive $9 from her as a diamond coach. That's just part of the process. And it's fantastic because as Shannon continues to grow and rank advance, Beachbody compensates me for being such a great and supportive leader to her. I can't see her face, so I don't really know what she's doing, but I would love to see it. So as your coaches help more people, you are compensated for your hard work. And I can't see the comments either, so I don't know what she's saying either. Okay, the last one, this one is a super fun one. It's called the Star Diamond Compensation Bonus. And I'll be honest with you, when I first started and I heard about this, I was like, well, that seems pretty fun for those unicorn people. I don't really know if that's possible. But what Beachbody does is they set aside, whoops, sorry, got a little too crazy. No, look at it. Don't look at it. Hold on. Okay, maybe, hold on, y'all. Got too cocky, didn't I? Hold on. Okay, so what Beachbody does is they take a percentage of the profits for the previous quarter, and they divide it out based on the star diamond rankings. So it starts with a 2-star diamond, a 5-star diamond, 10-star diamond, and up to a 15-star diamond rank. So as you grow your team and your rank advance, Beachbody compensates you for being a good leader. And then as your coaches help more people, you're compensated for your hard work. And so I was looking around to find out if I could find the numbers for quarter 1 of 2020, but I was unable to find them. But I did find the numbers for quarter 4. And so if you are a 2-star diamond bonus, which is the first level that you can achieve, and I've been blessed to be able to receive this a couple times, and the last one in Q4 was $768. Like you heard before, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have a husband who is a police officer, and his pay is not equal to, I think, what he earns. But being able to say, I have a $700 check that comes in on top of my weekly salary was a pretty awesome experience to be able to share with him. I've been able to take my family on a vacation to actually go visit Christine and to visit her family, which was super fun. There's been some other things that I've been able to do, like pay off debt to my family. My parents loaned us some money when we first moved into this house, and so we're slowly chipping away at it. And this job and this opportunity and this little workout and shake has helped me be able to contribute back to my family, whereas I didn't really have an option of what a future employment was going to look like for me. But moving forward, 5-star bonus was $5,100. And if you are receiving a 5-star bonus, you also receive the 2-star bonus as well. So that's pretty fantastic. Then the next level is the 10-star bonus. That's $9,800. Again, you would receive the 5-star bonus as well as the 2-star bonus. And then the 15-star bonus was $43,000. And you would also receive the 10, the 5, and the 2-star. So just for those of you who are super great at math, or me who had to do it ahead of time, that was about $56,000 for those 15-star bonuses for the quarter 4 for 2010 or 2019. And you receive that depending on how the company does. And let's just say that I know that COVID has been really scary for a lot of people, but it's been super awesome for a lot of Beachbody coaches because people were stuck at home. So with that being said, you are in control of the income that you earn in this business by helping people. And so I want to ask you this question. How do you want the world to be different or better? And I think that at this time of where we're at in history, we can do big things with this. So with that, how can you use this opportunity to make that happen? Because legal people will want to know, this is our income disclaimer. Team Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income to the Team Beachbody coach opportunity. Each coach income depends on his or her level. Blah, 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 blah. That's all I have. Basically, you're in control of what you want to do with this opportunity. And I'm going to go see if there's any. Oh, quit my real job. Yes, I want to see quit my real job. Those are fun. Buy a second home. I love these kind of stuff. Thank you, guys. Thanks for letting me chat. And I think Christine goes back to you.
Okay, you guys always make me cry. Sorry. So I hope for those of you on here, you can kind of see it's so much more than just pressing play, drinking a shake. It's the community. I think I saw a post yesterday just about being accepted and being an outsider. And this is the first time in my life that I felt like I really belong. I love our team because we're all so different. And I think that's what's so unique about us, like like all of our organizations. We're just all walks of life, and I think it's beautiful. So one thing I do want to piggyback, and this is just something my coach Lisa told me, and you think after 8 years I knew this, but it kind of ties in with, people talking about, well, I don't want to make money off people I sign up. Well, you kind of do, because if you run any kind of business, there are transactions and exchanges taking place all the time. So, depending on your job, you're making money. So it's just to kind of keep things in perspective. My husband always says, he works for a debt settlement company, and he's like, we help people consolidate their debt and get out of debt. And I love helping people do that. And he said, but if my boss told me tomorrow, well, since you love what you're doing, I'm not going to pay you, he's like, I'd be out the door. So we kind of have to think about those in those terms. But you guys, Lisa, when she was understanding the comp plan on a completely different call, because Abby does a phenomenal job. But when that team cycle bonus, which you guys to this day, I don't understand it. I'm just like, I do my job, put my head down, and it's going to happen. I don't make money off Abby. Beachbody sets aside that income and revenue that comes from the coaches, and they're the ones that pay that part of your check. So the team cycle bonus, I'm not taking away her money, like, that is what Beachbody does. And so that's how the team cycle bonus works. So I just wanted to put that out there because it was new to me, and I was like, that's such a beautiful way to put it. So with that said, I want to see if anybody has any specific questions. I know like the people that invited you tonight will follow up with you after this call, but this is your opportunity to ask any specific questions you might have. About the sign up and everything like that, that's definitely a better conversation to have one-on-one with the person that invited you. My hope is that, I love what I do. There was a quote, Sue sent me a quote the other day about being obsessed. And she was right. I'm obsessed with what I do, and I live and breathe it. It's ingrained into our family. So it's not taking away from family time. It's what and who we are. My son can he's 13, but I was five when he started, and he can be in the other room and be like, know whose voice that is. He's done the workouts with me. It's my husband is officially team dad. It's just part of who we are. And so I don't want to take up any more time. I'm honored that you guys were on this call. I'm so appreciative. So I'm going to give you like a minute, and if you want to put it in the chat. This is who we are. See, this is real life. Breast milk on the shirt. So anyways, if you have any specific questions, you can put them in the chat and we can answer them together. Or if you would prefer, you can reach out to your coach individually. And this call will be recorded. So anybody, you coaches out there that we're not able to, your people were not able to get on, I will upload this the minute. I'm gonna stop, get it uploaded. It takes a little bit, and then share the link with you guys. So thank you all for your time. I am appreciative of it, and I'm so happy to see so many. Oh, is there an age limit? Heck yeah, all of it. Ruth, that's a great question. My son is 13, and he was doing not really doing the workouts, but at 5. There's toddlers that have their little weights that are doing them with their mom. You see it all over social media, doing it with their parents. I had, since COVID, guys are my favorite actually, is that, the dudes are the ones that are like, oh, a home workout's not gonna work for me. I'm bulky and manny. And my husband was the same way, and then he did a Body Beast and was and that was 2012, and he's never looked back. But I had in my challenge group, a mom just this week, her 15-year-old son who plays baseball did lift 4, and his before and afters were mind-blowing. And she's like, he's gonna be more ready for baseball than anyone else on his team. So Ruth, there is no, I think you'll be just floored. and excited. I'm sweating. I'm so nervous. Are there any other questions, you guys? Anything? Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi. I just wanna ask my friend Sarah if she would fall in love with us, and if she would have any question. Sarah, did you like the video? I mean, I'm so happy you're here. So if
I'm
you have
happy
any,
to be here too. Yeah, absolutely. And you and I will talk for sure.
All
But it was
right.
so amazing to meet and listen to all of you. I'm very excited.
Thank you. Thank you,
welcome.
Kristen. That's
Sarah,
all I
thank
wanted
you.
to hear from her.
Awesome. This is awesome.
Thanks,
Oh,
Kata.
this is awesome. Oh, Kata, I love you.
Okay, I'd like to say something if you don't mind. I'm new to this. I am about 7 weeks in. I have lost 250 pounds before this. So I'm excited about this journey. I was selling Tupperware before this, and I can't get behind a product that I cannot, if it's not worth it, I'm not going to support it. And let me just tell you, my recovery and my Energizer, it's 100% what you guys say it is. And I bust my butt 10 rounds. I'm on my second time around, and I love it. And I can see definition and everything. And yeah, so I've been at this for a while. And Whitney Phillips is my coach, and I just adore her. She lives not too far from me, and I just adore her. And she helps me with everything possible that she can. And so I've been on this fitness this fitness, I guess, lifestyle for 4 years now, and just building up these muscles and stuff and seeing definition in my skin, because I have a lot of loose skin. Just seeing like muscle popping out of my shoulders and stuff from doing round 10, just 6 weeks of it is like awesome. And I recommend this program to everybody, like everybody. So yeah, this is just wonderful, and thank you for allowing me to speak and share my thoughts and stuff. And maybe later on, I could share my story a little bit more with you as to how I got to where I'm at.
That would be awesome. I'm so glad you said something. Thank you. I met Samantha on one of our prayer Zooms a few weeks ago in the morning. So that's something else we do. Like, we do all kinds of things outside of just this. We started prayer Zooms in the morning. We do Zoom workouts. We do team happy hours. We do all kinds of stuff. So, okay, anyways, it is almost 7 o'clock. So I want to close this down unless anyone else has any questions. I mean, I would stand here and talk to you all night, but I don't want to take up anybody else's time. So like I said, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will send the recording, share the recording with all of our teams so then you guys can pass them along. And again, thank you guys for your time, and I hope you guys have a blessed and wonderful evening.
Bye-bye.